G'day guys, and today I'm going to do my tips for round 7 of the season. Got 6 right in round 6 last week, so went okay with a couple of upsets, but it would have surprised a few for sure. I'll delve into my tips for round 7, and feel free to comment who you think is going to win as well in the comments. St Kilda and the Giants at Etihad Stadium, with the Saints absolutely obliterating the Hawks out of the water. The first time they've lost there, the Hawks, in a long time. I think about 19 games. And the Giants, they just got the chocolates against the Doggies up in Canberra, so it was a very entertaining clash, that one. I'm going to go the Giants on this occasion by 14 points. I think they were just a really strong, resilient side last week. Yes, the Saints are great at Etihad, but I think the Giants just had that extra little level in them to get the job done. But the Saints are certainly a big chance, and I probably wouldn't be surprised if they get the win, really, being at home. But Giants, top 2 team, you'd expect them to win, so I'm going to tip them. We've got North Melbourne and Adelaide at Blundstone Arena. I didn't actually know it was there. I was assuming it was at Etihad. So with this one, North last week got the win against Gold Coast in their first win of the season. And the Crows, they again just got the job done very nicely. Won by, big win over the Tigers by 76 points. As predicted, it was going to be a big win for the Crows, and they got that done. I'm going to go Adelaide on this occasion by 41 points. Probably a little bit outrageous with the margin, but I thought it was at Etihad, so I'll stick with my tip there. That they've just been playing amazing football, been averaging 130 plus points a game, and they've just been inspirational. But North will certainly give them a run at various portions of the game for sure, but the Crows are just got that rapid ball movement and firing forward line at the moment, firing on all cylinders very nicely. So I'm going to go the Crows. We've got Collingwood and Carlton at the MCG, and the Pies, a nice upset against the Cats. Picked that one last week, and they always seem to beat us. And the Blues, another upset against the Swannies, so they haven't been them for a very, very long time. And the Pies, again, when they play well, they look amazing. And I've tipped them to win this one. Not a great deal of confidence though, because Carlton can cause issues at times. I'm going to go the Pies by 19 points. With that slick ball movement and the great pressure in the footy, should hold them in good stead. I reckon they're just a little bit classier than Carlton, but we'll wait and see who's got the most power in them and on the Saturday. But I reckon the Pies will just have them, but it'll be very close and very tight. Port Adelaide and West Coast will find out at Adelaide Oval, and the Power, a massive win up in Brisbane, and they've done that the last couple of times against the Lions, just taken them to the cleaners big time. And the Eagles, a very solid win in the Derby last week, so they'll be very impressed with their performance. And they've done alright against Port Adelaide at Adelaide Oval in recent times. I think they would have at least won 1 or 2 out of the last 3 games up there, so when Port Adelaide haven't been amazing. I'm going to go the Power though by 26 points. They've really improved this year, and they've been a great side. Their run and gun is great, and especially from half back, they're really hard to stop. West Coast do struggle to travel a bit, especially the MCG. They go right at Adelaide Oval. They've had some good wins against Adelaide and Port Adelaide in the past, but I reckon Port Adelaide will continue on the winning trend there and get the job done. Be another close game and an interesting game that could hold an upset. Speaking of upsets, I've got another one here. Gold Coast and Geelong at Metricon Stadium, and the Gold Coast were very close last week. Gaz in fine form with 45 touches, couldn't get the job done against North, and Geelong, disappointing to say the very least against Collingwood. Got the review in a previous video there if you're interested to hear some thoughts. But Geelong, they don't travel amazingly, but we're a decent side. It's hard to get a gauge on us really. Gold Coast love playing at home, and they're a really tough team to beat up there when they're firing, I suppose. But I'm going to go the Cats by 25, and that seems like a pretty empty margin, but I don't go with a great deal of confidence. We can just lapse a bit, and teams that have pressure and speed tend to worry us, and I reckon Gold Coast can apply both of those and will look to exploit us there. So, look, I reckon we can win, but I also give Gold Coast a massive chance to beat us as well. And see where we're really at then. Saturday night we've got the Dogs and the Tigers. The Dogs wasted their opportunities against the Giants and couldn't quite take home the win. Lost the bacon there. And the Tigers, after winning 5 in a row, got a little bit of a reality check against the Crows. but I don't think many teams will be beating Adelaide in Adelaide. Most teams will be getting smashed up there, so very tough to judge Richmond off that one game. Look, in the past, the Dogs have just beaten Richmond willy-nilly pretty easily. Richmond have done well recently to even up things, but as the Dogs have sort of become a team of their own and really improved and developed, I can't see them losing this game, but it'll be very close and tight again. It was a very close game last year. I'm going to go the Dogs by 8 points. Just their slick handball movement. I reckon they'll, when the game's really cracking right at the end, they'll have the answers to get a winning score. So it'll be a good game though, no doubt. Sydney and the Brisbane Lions at the SCG, and the Swans haven't got a win next to their name. Who would have thought? 0-6. Wouldn't have been able to pick it from a mile away. Brisbane, well, they weren't great against Port Adelaide, but they've improved. It has to be said. But you surely can't see Sydney losing 7 in a row. If they do, I don't know what's going to happen to them. But I'm going to go the Swans by 12 points. I think the Lions will certainly give them a good run. But you just expect Sydney to just go back to the well, get a win at the SCG, home ground. They've got to get on the board at some stage, otherwise they're in serious trouble, as they already are. So the Swans for that one. Melbourne and Hawthorn at the MCG, and the D's were very good against the Bombers, with basically no ruckman. I think they had Pedersen and Watson the ruck, and they did a great job exploiting the Dons there with their 5-day break. And the Hawks, well, again, they were just horrible again. They lost by 75 points to the Saints in their fortress, and really their heart, the heart and soul of the club's just down the toilet at the moment. But I'm going to go with the D's here. They got the Hawks last year when the Hawks were just going along okay, just trucking along, but now the Hawks are absolutely bottomed out for the meantime, and the D's have improved a fair bit since last year. No Gorn won't help, but I think just their midfield, their grunt, and the way they play their footy, I think the D's should get the job done. I'm going to tip Melbourne comfortably by 50 points. And moving on to the final game, the last game of the round, we've got Fremantle and Essendon at Domain Stadium. The Dockers, well, back to earth, I suppose, with a big loss to West Coast, 7-goal loss there. Essendon, yeah, they went down to the D's, so they won't be too proud of that. 5-day break will be tough, but they'll be back with a little bit more of a rest, 8-day break, assuming they played last Saturday. No, it'll be 7-day break because they played last Sunday. Home deck for the Dockers, they're improving, and their ball movement has been a real feature of late. Ross Lyons just switched things around a bit, got a bit of youth in there, so I think the Dockers will be winning this one by 28 points. It'll be a good game. The Bombers have won there in the past when the Dockers have been top of the mountain, basically, and yeah, look, they travel okay sometimes, isn't it? Sometimes, not too often, but the Dockers are a side that they can sort of, yeah, I guess make them struggle a little bit, but I'm going to go the Dockers by 28, and that wraps up my tips for round 7. Feel free to comment your tips as well. Don't forget to give the video a like as well, subscribe, share it all around for everyone, and that'd be amazing. And thank you for listening in. I'll catch you guys next time.